I'm here. I'm
Hi!
here.
We're live!
I've been
So
waiting.
I
I've been
just
yelling.
now
Hello.
realized that
Hello.
I did not let my dad in the room. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I can't hear
I
you.
can. Hey, Julie. Are we live?
Technical difficulties.
Okay, good.
Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Domains. I really hope you can hear me, and if not, my dad is going to have to say the same thing. Because maybe you can hear him.
I'm.
Let's see. We got dad going. I don't know why your screen is like. Are you muted?
How's that? Hold on. It says that
All right,
I'm
Elvis,
muted.
I'm gonna take this as a sign that you can hear me. Maybe yes, no, maybe so. Oh, okay, excellent. I can be heard. So it's just dad. I can hear you now.
You can hear me?
I may have forgotten to turn on my volume on my computer.
That's okay. All right. I was trying to find an M. Hey, Julie. Monday Night Domains.
Monday Night Domains, how we doing?
Hey, it's been a big week. It's been a big week in digital goods. Let me see.
Yeah?
My lighting's a little off today. There we go.
You're still looking good, still looking handsome over there. I do want to put out a disclaimer. We may have to take a quick detour from our original change of plans. I just tried to download the thing ahead of time, and my computer is currently not allowing downloads because of space, and I don't know why. So I'm currently we're on the backup computer at the moment. The primary computer, for all the friends watching, may have had some hot tea spilled on it, and unfortunately I can't even blame the cat. Like it was me. I was just so in the zone working that knocked the hot boiling tea right on the computer, and that doesn't always bode well with electronics. So we can't. We're on the backup, which is about a 2012. So
well, but we can still talk about some neat things that are happening this week with Freename, and
yeah,
and I can do it with the share screen. And Julie, I guess this brings up a neat thing. So, being a little bit older and assuming that I'm greedy, and whenever I get frustrated, I just throw the computer through the window.
I wouldn't say you're older.
But when I go, like on my phone here, I went to get the Freename DNS. And that's what we're going to talk about, the Freename DNS download tonight. And all of a sudden it says download, and then it says, oh, you don't have iOS 16 or greater. So then I got to go back to the App Store, and I got to remember my password. And then I got to download it from the App Store. And then after you download something, you install it, then you have to activate it. But even though that's kind of a new experience for me, isn't that something you're kind of doing all the time with different apps and everything?
Oh yeah, 100%. If my computer wanted to work, that would have been an easy peasy lemon squeezy because they already have the link popped up. Isn't that right, Mia? Where all you gotta do is just download it and click open, and then it's just like any other app ever. It's just personal technical difficulties that are involved with having a computer to the age of dinosaur.
So what we're going to do this week, Julie, since we can't do it live tonight, is we're going to do a special show, just you and I this week together. We're going to put it on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook of installing the Freename DNS application. And I've put the link up here. I don't know if you can post that, Julie. Can you see the freename.io/use? See if I can send it to you.
Yeah, if you can send it in the private chat, I can put it in the public chat, and that should comment it under, because we're streaming across multiple platforms for y'all who don't know.
I sent you the answer first. Hold on.
The answer is, so I shouldn't post that.
Right.
So in theory, whenever I post it in the chat here, it should post as a comment to all streaming platforms that we're on. And if not, I can go back and triple check on all the accounts.
All right. So I just put it in the Freename chat. And
excellent.
Then this is good. I can still see myself and see the screen that we're sharing.
Yeah.
That's very good production quality there, Julie.
Hey, I've heard that your producer is just grade A.
No, but this is the way. This is the way, everybody, because we're just starting with Monday Night Domains, but we're glad you're here. I see Evis is there. We want to build this to where this is where the community can go, especially the United States community, at night, on Monday night, even though the company is Europe-based and they're all sleeping right now. We'll get a little bit of technical details from them, and then Julie, you and I can run with it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're cool people. We can run by the seat of our pants.
But the goal of what we're talking about here is the Freename DNS application. This is Monday Night Domains. Welcome to Monday Night Domains, sponsored by Freename. I'm a consultant for Monday Night Domains. I've been a domain name investor for 25 years. And in all that time, I've been able to buy and sell domains. I've been able to build websites. And except for one time when I paid $50,000 to this group called ICANN to buy my own TLD and I was rejected, I've always wanted to own my own top-level domain. And if you listen to the last couple of weeks, we've kind of done introduction to digital, introduction to wallets, introduction to domains. And I really want to get specific this week about what I'm doing with Freename as a customer, and then educate you on what you can do. Do your own research. It may not be for everybody. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a, oh my gosh, I found this amazing way to make money and no one else knows about it, but now they all do and it's going to work. But what it's about is if you want to build communities, if you want to build niche TLDs, if you want to take this way to build out a top-level domain and get paid when people buy your second-level domains, that's the opportunity. And I was thinking about it this week, Julie. And what I think I'm going to talk about now is the idea of owning your own TLD.
That's what I'm interested in.
Is like having your own party.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And if you think about the events people that put on events and bars and nightclubs and everything, they know how to try to make the most money putting on a party. You know what I mean? If you want that table in the center, if you want that special VIP room, if you want to get there early, if you want the meet and greet, these are all ways that they have of monetizing the fact that they brought everyone together for something special. So think about a top-level domain as you're building that for the next years. You know what I mean? You're building something special. And then your job as the promoter is to create excitement, create reasons. Now, it's true. Some people just buy top-level domains through Freename, and they just sit back, and other people will discover, and they'll want to buy domains, and that can work. But I really like it because you can be active with your energy to try to create something. And even though right now a lot of digital assets and crypto is ripping, Bitcoin's up and then it was down, then it's up, then it's down, then it was really up. It was down a little bit this week, but sometimes you can't really do anything to make your crypto be better.
Yeah.
You're dependent on the market working in your direction, and that can be awesome. I think we lost my screen.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose. We did lose your screen. You may have to do it again. Sorry. I figured we were chit-chatting a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's good that we learned it timed out. So what this is this is a way in the digital space, instead of paying GoDaddy every year for your domain, instead of paying this existing system, instead of accepting the rules that they're laying down that you have to do it their way, you're doing it a second way, which is you're creating your own top-level domain on a system that, sad to say, is not universal right now. The big domain system will always disclose this to everybody. When you're buying domain names on Freename, they don't work on every computer out of the box. But we're going to show you how you get them to work on your computer, the computers of your customers, the mobile phones of the people that may want to see them. And the great thing about it is once someone downloads this DNS plugin, this DNS application, this DNS extension, whatever you want to call it, this little widget, this little gadget, that's their key. That's like their special key to now see an entire world of all the individual creators' top-level domain names. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, and Julie, you want your own.
I want my own. Listen, I am selfish in today's podcast content because I want juliejules.something. Right now we're going to get, I got to support the old dad and get juliejules.v.
Okay.
But I want Julie Jules, and what I really want is .girlypop in the future as my
let's do them
TLD,
both.
but that's a later investment. Well,
but Julie, what if I teased you? What if I bribed you?
oh, listen, I'm easily bribed.
So
I'm not saying that
Freename,
legally, but
let me make sure I'm not talking out of school here. But if we go to, am I still sharing my screen?
yes, you are.
What does it have on it?
How to see the Freename DNS application.
Okay, good. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to go to twitter.com.
I know what that is.
Find Freename. And here we go at freename.io. So you'll want to follow Freename to stay up to date on what's going on.
And
look at that, Julie. Look what I got for you. Look what I got for you.
No way. Wait, we got to make it bigger. This is a big deal. Big deal, folks. 50% off site-wide. That's exciting. So now I can get my thing.
So normally a TLD costs they start at $79. I don't know how much Girlypop's going to be. But right now you can buy them with a discount code 50% off.
That's exciting.
Then you also pay a fee of $50, and that puts you on the royalties program. And what that means is every domain you sell in .girlypop, you get 50% of the revenue. Or if people use their free points to buy stuff, then you get 50% of the points. And so you can buy a TLD and just hold it. You can buy a domain name, like you talked about getting maybe juliejules.v, and you can hold it. Or you can mint it, and minting it connects it to your wallet.
Which we're going to do, right?
And then if you're a TLD owner, you can buy the royalties program for $50 per TLD. But right now, you even get 50% off that.
No way. So I'm getting I'm essentially getting the royalties program free here is what I'm hearing.
Kind of
now,
close.
I do want to bring up a regular domain topic while we're talking about this, right? And this is going to apply to Web 3 and Web 2. We're saying I want .girlypop. This would apply for Web 2 if I wanted girlypop something, right? But girlypop could be GIRLYPOP or GIRLIEPOP. So should I not get it? Because it has two different spellings. So I have to solidify that this is girly with a Y.
It's a really good question. And sometimes it's $100,000 or $1 million question. We had 2 domains sell in the last year. One was whiskey.com with an EY. And then Scotland and a lot of countries in Europe, they spell it WISKY.
Interesting.
So it's, again, the thing where you have two. Some people would say, I want one. Some people would say they want the other. Some people would say either one of them is not worth as much because there's 2 spellings. But I think, if there's some ways that you can learn about what to do. So let's
teach us. This is from the domain expert.
I'm going to go to a site called expireddomains.net.
Oh no.
I didn't spell it right. Hold on. And that's because I don't have my homepage up yet. More about .homepage in the coming weeks. Anyway, you can create a free account at Expired Domains. And one of the things I can do here, Julie, is up here where it says links, I can say, I'm going to type in Girlypop with a Y.
Okay, because that's what I think.
And it's going to tell me if that is taken in this number right here. Did it go to this number right here, 18
Yes,
reds?
but I can't see it very well, so I would love if you would tell me what's on there. There we go. Now I can see.
So Girlypop, Girlypop is registered in 18 extensions. And what that means is that it's taken in .com, over here .net, .org, and 15 other ones. So whether it's .korea, .jp for Japan, it could be .eu for Europe or .uk, but it gives you an idea. The highest words in the world have a score here of 300 or 400 or 500, like crypto or AI or something like that. You know what I mean? And so this gives you 18, means it's girly pop dot something is taken in 18 extensions. And then what it tells me is that there's 54 other names in .com that are taken. So girly pop mocktails, girly pop studio.
I want to go to
girly
these
pop
sites. That's kind of
pop.
fun.
So it's a way to see what's taken. But the reason we did this exercise is now I'm going to hit girly pop.
And it's only in 4.
And you can see it's only in 4, and it's only got 11. Now, some of these, they think that's the best way to spell it. You know what I mean? Girly pop bakery, girly pop. Well, they got a typo or they made a mistake. But anyway, so this would tell me that the Y is more popular.
Okay, you know what? I like the Y as well, because then I can just say, like, if I'm saying girly, like, I'm gonna say that's a Y. I agree. I concur. I agree with the stats. You can't argue with math. And I will not start now.
So we're gonna go to Freename, and we're gonna type in girly.
I'm gonna grab a sweater. I'll be right back. It's a little chilly in the old apartment.
Okay. So everyone who's watching, so this tells me that .girly pop has a price of $299, and that's a one-time payment that you make to own the rights to .girly pop. And then what happens is you use the Freename system to mint this on a blockchain, where people that have the Freename extension or people that are using some of the new browsers, when they type in their domain name, something .girly pop, it'll resolve. Or some people just like saying, I'm this .girly pop as their digital identity. And you can make this your wallet address. We're going to talk about next week how you can use it as your digital ID for gaming.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And so what's going to happen is now what we learned was that you could add it to your cart.
And then we learned, hate when everyone else thinks the same thing is cool as I do, because it's more expensive.
But let's see, where is our little discount code?
And we might do it in checkout.
I know, but we got to find what it was. It was DNS 50, I think. Let's see. DNS 50. I'm just going back to check the Twitter, the X. DNS 50. All right. So we go back to my share screen.
Now, while we're on this topic, should I use your...
Hold on a second. Then we go here. And then if you want the royalties, you add the $50, okay? And that means that it's a one-time payment. And once you pay that, you'll be able to offer domain names on your TLD, and you'll get 50% of the revenue, and Freename gets the other 50% for powering the whole system. They're building the integrations. They're building the plugin. They're building the digital identity and the gaming and all that stuff. And so Freename kind of is the network infrastructure behind it, but each of the top level domains are owned by individual creators.
This is going to be so cool.
So then you go here and we say billing info. So then we're going to put in the code DNS50. Whoops. We're going to apply the code. Boom. Now it's $174.50.
That's not nothing, but.
Now I happen to have been doing a bunch of different things, so I actually have some credits here. So I'm gonna buy this as a present for you, Julie.
Oh, what a good dad.
Now the total that I owe is 0, and I'm gonna accept the terms, and I'm gonna complete the payment.
Dad.
And boom, you now own Girly Pop.
So cool.
Girly Pop.
Sorry for anyone with headphones. That was probably loud, but that's so cool. Now I can get JulieJules.Girly Pop, and that can be my wallet. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
This is what we're empowering, and there's going to be a lot of naysayers.
What are you going to do with when someone says, "Yeah, send crypto to JulieJules.GirlyPop"? What is a crypto Web3 guy going to do with that kind of power? That is a lot of girl power in a male-dominated space, and y'all know I'm here for that. Okay, that's my excitement for the day.
Go Julie Jules, go Julie Jules. But it is now. What does it feel like to own it?
Honestly, really cool. That's so cool. That is so cool. Because then I can choose what to do with it. And now I'm like, okay, I have all this potential for income. If my job ends and the next day, then I just have to sell a billion names. Like, I have the potential to do that. Like, that's so cool. I actually just
and you own it.
I didn't buy a TLD. I just bought like 1 trillion domains for the price of not that much. And by I mean my dad. But that's still cool.
Right. And and it's in this new world, and we don't know how big this new world's going to be. But I think exactly, and I think we'll talk to John. By the way, next week, Monday Night Domains, we're going to have a special guest to talk about gaming. He owns .gaming, and John has been doing some great podcasts in that community. And
that's going to be fun.
What a lot of people ask is, well, what can I use a Web3 domain for? What can I use a Web3 domain for? And we're going to keep talking about that. Right now, you can use it as your wallet address. If you have a wallet, which we're going to talk about here in a second, instead of having this long numerical address, you can use juliejules.girlypop. Secondly, you can just say you own it. And the reason, it's like you could say you own anything. Like even Nike a couple of years ago, they came out with a just.win or something like that as their marketing campaign, just because people are used to the dot. Yeah. You know what I mean? They didn't really own just.win. They just wanted to say it as like, get off me. That's who we are. And so there's something about and own it. But to own something, you actually do have to. There has to be some moment in time where you made a contract to have it. So now when you put it on your Twitter account, when you put it on social media, when you just sign off on an email or put it in your signature and you have your regular email address and then you put juliejules.girlypop, it's just that little conversation starter. It's just that little thing like, hey, what's that? Oh man, I love that.
That's so cool.
And sometimes that is what. And so the world out there, especially the old-time domainers, they're like, well, it doesn't resolve into a website on every computer. But you know what? People already have their websites. People already have that stuff. There's no flex. There's no emotion to that. So I think the reason that, I'm excited is that not only do you have it, Julie, but now you can say, what is
now I can
Girly
decide. Now I can, no, honestly, it's so fun to just have something different, and like I came up with that, like that's my thing. Like that could be that's a whole brand in itself, and then people can do what they want with it. I don't know, like that's just a fun little place for, I don't know, just being a woman in a male dominated space. That is such a cool thing. I just created a space for women in Web3. Yes, there is women before me, but that's
the next thing you have to do is right now you are the owner of .girlypop on the Freename system. You were able to do that without a wallet. If you wanted to pay for that, you could have paid with PayPal, you could have paid with credit card, you could have paid with crypto. But even though we're going to talk about wallets and crypto now, you could have done everything I've done so far. Pick out your TLD, buy the royalties program, open an account, which is free, pay for everything with PayPal. You could have done all that without hooking it up to a wallet. So
this was all Web2 business besides the actual name.
Exactly. Now we're going to talk about what happens when you own the name. So you go to the Freename backend and you're now kind of your own domain registrar. This is your .girlypop in this case.
My freaking
and you can pick. You can pick. Do I want everyone to purchase SLDs? Or only you can buy SLDs on .girly.
So if you're a company and you're wanting to create a corporate-wide intranet kind of thing, that'd be a cool thing.
Yep. Or if you're just not ready for everyone to come and buy them, you're just like, you're chilling out for a second. You know what I mean? So I'm going to save this, Julie, and I'm going to say private.
Oh, darn.
But then if I wanted to, I'm going to go back to public so that when you can show maybe next week or 2 weeks, how to buy a domain name as a customer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then the other thing is Freename, when they have these different promotions, I want you to feel how for the Freename system has been growing and evolving for about a year now, and they've been listening to the feedback from their top level domain name owners.
Never happens in big companies. I want to put that out there. No one ever listens to us. We're being listened to. Okay, continue.
Exactly. So what some people said was, even though Freename has decided to have this 50% off special, you know what I mean? Maybe someone's like, hey, I like my product to be at full price. I don't want to. and you could choose to opt into the Freename promos or opt out of the Freename promos. So you see how you're feeling your own control over your TLD.girlypop.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, that's such a cool thing to be able to just do and have the creative freedom to have whatever you want and not have to go through the whole ICANN application process. Like it's just so accessible and so fun. It's crazy that this
and it's kind of secret. It's kind of rebel scum. It's kind of like no one knows. But the other thing was it's fast. It's immediate. You thought of it, you doing it right away.
Well, I just think what I think is really interesting about Web3 is the rest of the world thinks, like people that are not in domains, not in crypto, they think this is how domains work. They think that you can register whatever, or at least me. I'm not going to speak for 7 billion people, but I'm going to speak for people who think like I do and say that this is how I thought that I could just register whatever TLD I wanted. I thought that I thought just no one wanted a cool, fun little name and that all you saw was .com, .net, and .org because everyone was boring. And so the fact that this is now, like we've had to work this hard for it to even be a thing and it's now accessible, like that's so cool.
So here's just another glimpse. Remember how the Girly Pop was $2.99, but a lot of TLDs would only be $79, right? And it's based upon an algorithm that gives them popularity. Well, the other thing is if someone wanted to buy a one number TLD in .girlypop, say they wanted to be one .girlypop, right? The shortest, most amazing domain name you could have. So what Freename has said is they said that they're going to price the one numbers at $9,900.
Jeez.
And if you want to, you can say, you know what, that's not enough. I want mine to be 20,000 because only 10 people can have a one number .girlypop. So you have some ability here to have your own premium prices. Same thing with 3 of the same numbers, like 777 is $550. But if you said no, I want those to be 1,000 in my TLD. Let's see, 4 numbers, 5 numbers, 6 numbers. Letters, 1 letter, you might say, you know what? I want the 1 letters. If someone wants to be, X.girlypop, I want them to pay more, And so you have this ability to control all these different things. And then you can have emojis, Julie, in Girlypop. How's that one look? Can you see that?
I can't, but I have a question.
There you go. So there's like fire.girlypop.
That's cool. Maybe that'll be me. Maybe that'll be my wallet address. Wait, so while we're on the topic of controlling things in our TLD, I have a question. So is there a way, or do we think anyone's working on a way where I can ban certain words in my TLD? Like say I want Girlypop to be a very friendly thing. I want to ban all the cuss words. Can I?
They are working on something like that.
That'd be
and
cool.
I think that would be the type of thing that now you're part of the community. You can go on the VI or on the Telegram channel, or we can submit back there and say, hey, could Freename come up with a list of inappropriate words that if TLD owners wanted to, they could ban those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then maybe the community could even come up with that list because it's kind of a dirty job.
Yeah.
To go through and say,
well, it's culture-based for sure.
Well, and then the other thing is you can sometimes find them where some other computer programmer has said like, hey, we have a list of names that we don't want to be in passwords. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And so you can use someone else's list. But I think that's a great suggestion, Julie. And it's an example of how you can submit it to the community and then they'll put it on the roadmap if they agree. And then they'll be able to keep you updated on how that's progressing.
No, that'd be awesome to be able to do.
All right, now we're going to deploy your reseller page.
Okay.
Your reseller page is going to be a Web 2 page. Did my screen shift?
It has not, but there's also a large chance that my view is frozen.
No. There we go. Here we go. So I'm going to click this copy. Oh, it keeps clicking it. Hold on.
Okay.
And they're going to create a page called freename.io/discover/. Freename.io/girlypop.
Freename.io/discover/girlypop. That's Web 2. That's everywhere. And that's already created for me?
Do you see it?
I'm having some technical difficulties on my side, so no.
Yeah, okay. No, it's no, I have to save my window.
There we go. Oh wait, no, it's still.
Hold on. Check that out.
Hang on. We got a dramatic effect. No way! This is just there for me.
Yeah, and you can send, like you said, this is a Web 2 domain name that you can send anyone to from social media, from a chat, from a video, on a business card. And if someone says, I want to be part of Girly Pop, you're now not only the owner of the TLD, but Freename has built a registrar page. So you're kind of your own GoDaddy. People come here, they type in, dad.girlypop or, 2025.girlypop or I don't know.
Julie the coolest .girlypop.
Julie is the coolest. Julie is the coolest .girlypop. And I misspelled it. But anyway, they type that in and it goes working. And it says, okay, Julie is the coolest, even though I typoed it. That's $250. And then they give people some other suggestions, you know what I mean? Like usable, And then here you'll see a lot of the work that's been done to tell people what they can do with their domains. They can build a Web3 website. They can create Web3 email. They can create meetings where people have to have a Girly Pop domain name to be able to get in the meeting.
So can I customize this page a little bit? I love that it's purple. That's already done for me, but pretend in the horrible chance my favorite color wasn't purple. Can I customize this page?
You can't customize this page. You can put a logo right here where the Freename logo is right there. But then it doesn't mean that you can't build a regular site builder page with all your crazy great ideas. And then the little buttons that say, go here to register a name.
Can go here.
You know what I mean? Then they go here. But you can still build your videos and all your other stuff. And this is what I'm trying to educate people on. Web 2 is great. .com is great. I make a huge living in .com domains, .xyzs, .ws's, the CFD project we do. Those are great. But they don't give me the rush of this new opportunity to own a TLD. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future. And this is my chance to have something. And I'm happy when I'm working on my own TLD. You know what I mean? And in some ways, Julie, the more people want to say that it's not good, the more I want to say it is good. Right?
It's cool. I haven't heard. Well, no. I was gonna say I haven't heard a lot of people say it's not good. They just don't know about it, but that's not true. There's some domainers that are very skeptical, but good for them. You know what?
And when you bring the passion to .girlypop,
that's just awesome.
That's so much different than the ICANN domain names, the regular domain names. All they have to do is lower the price. So domain names will be $1, $2, $3, just to get you to try it. But they're never building a connection. They're never building community. They're never building power. So you can think about having Girly Pop events. You can think about having this, and people are like, well, how do you know you're in the club? It's kind of like going to a rave or an after-hours party or a speakeasy. You know what I mean? Well, you got to have the plug-in, man. You got to be in the club. And if you don't know about it, you don't know about it. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you about it, but
no, but maybe we will. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
No, exactly. I like that. You can decide, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Girly Pop is not going to be exclusive. I don't have an exclusive bone in my body. If there's one thing I'm going to do, it's invite you to do whatever I'm doing. But if you want to be that exclusive, black tie, Italian mustache, do you know about my secret Web3 club? Then go for it.
Wow.
Can you tell me excited
All right,
about
let's do some couponing here.
I love a coupon.
All right.
That's so cool. I can't get over that.
DNS 50 is the coupon for everybody out there. I put it in the private chat. So if the first thing you can do is you go to Freename, you open up an account that's free. And that's at least going to tell you that Freename is a company. You can open up an account with your email address. Nothing's going to happen bad. You know, you can search around, you can search for TLDs, you can search for domain names. Then if you want to buy a domain name, that's kind of the first way to get a little bit involved. You know what I mean? You can buy in .girlypop now. You
You
can
can
buy
buy
in
.girly pop.
.metaverse. You can buy in .moon. There's some geos out there like .usa and .india. There's one for dgens, .dgen. AirDrop has one, .airdrop. And not AirDrop. I'll get his next week. I'll get yours next week. Win AirDrop. That's it. Win AirDrop. So that's the second level. And then you have this ability to own your own TLD. You have the ability to buy the royalty program. Then you have the ability to mint it. And Julie, I think we're going to save minting for later, other than for those of you that are involved with crypto, you're basically connecting your MetaMask to it. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to connect what's called my MetaMask wallet. And the MetaMask wallet is kind of like we talked about last week, how in digital, you don't know. In physical goods, you know you own your house, you know you own your car, you know you have cash in your wallet. You know what I mean? You don't have to prove that that cash is yours. You know you own it. But in the digital world, the question becomes online. Someone's like, how do I know you own that piece of cryptocurrency? How do I know you own that NFT? How do I know that you how do I know that you own these things, right? And the way that you own a lot of digital assets is in something called a wallet. And I'm going to try to find my wallet here. Wallets are kind of tricky. The one that I use is called MetaMask. And is my screen sharing? Julie, can you see my screen? Julie?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. Now I lost it again. Hold on. All right. So here's my wallet. And it comes up as like a pop-up. And so right now it says that I own, oops, says no NFTs yet. Why does it say no NFTs?
More than SEO, you're back. We love a loyal listener. Obviously, more than SEO, I think I've been here the past 3 weeks straight. That's awesome.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Well, basically, what the wallet does is that's what shows. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I haven't minted it yet. That's right. All right. Go to Girly Pop. Let's see. Preferences, royalties. Let's see. We talked about reseller page, promo codes. This is new.
Now, have we paid gas fees yet? Second question. We're not going to until we mint it, right?
Boy, look at you.
Oh,
You're so killing it there, dude. There you go.
Gas is what you pay to use the blockchain, friends.
That's right. So here's my TLD list. Okay, so not minted. Now I want to mint the TLD. I'm going to mint it on Polygon, which is going to have lower gas than a lot of the other things. Hold on, my share screen is in the way of my...
We got some good questions here as well.
I hit confirm mint. The minting process has been requested. All right, so that'll take a little bit. All right, let's do our questions because we're counting down a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
Does Freename have a way to send an email or other communication to all SLD owners of a TLD we own? For example, if Julie wanted to invite all .girlypop SLD owners to a private meeting, how could she? Because I think that is a great question because I want to do the same thing for a Web2 TLD that I've been doing some projects with. Is like whenever someone buys a .girlypop, I want to send them a welcome message. Hey, welcome to the club. This is what you can do. This is all the cool stuff that we are offering, and I'm Julie, and it's great because I feel like that's important. You know, a little personal connection. So I want to know the answer to this as well.
Yeah. All right. So the answer is you could yes. The answer is yes, okay. But there's a strong chance that the people who are in your TLD will have had to turn on something that says it's okay to send me email. In other words, do we want to bring spam to Web3?
Right.
You know what I mean? Do we want to bring spam to Web3? Or there's a chance that Web3 could fix spam because there's actually a group out there calling ETHmail, and I signed up for it about 3 weeks ago, Julie, and I can actually pick how much cryptocurrency someone would have to pay me to send me an unsolicited email.
Oh, that's cool.
So I might say, hey, you can spam me, but it's going to cost you $1, and I get the $1, not some other crazy company.
Oh, because some
you know
companies will pay it too. Because listen, I was wanting to do a whole video on this, and I plan on doing it in my TikTok. Because data is information. The ability to communicate with someone is extremely valuable, especially when you're dad, and there could be a lot of things that come out of a conversation with you because you have so many connections in the world.
But back to more in question. So what you can do is you can go to what's called the Whois Explorer, and you can get a list of the domain names that are registered in your TLD. So if you had all those domain names, you might be able to look up the wallet addresses and then send an ETH mail. But I think those people would have had to sign up for ETH mail. But this is where it gets back to community. Because instead of just hoping, you have a thing like when people go to your page, Julie, to find out about .girlypop, you may say, hey, before you do anything, sign up for my newsletter.
Yeah.
The Girly Pop newsletter, where we'll keep you up to date on what's going on. And so if you make those connections, so I think the answer is, I think you can make connections through Web 2 to be able to contact them. And then secondly, you can send sometimes ETH mail or even airdrops of little NFTs to the wallet addresses that are the wallet addresses of the people that own domain names in your TLD. So I was even thinking for my .v, I have 3,000 people that have domains in .v.
You got 3,000 people in .v?
Awesome. Yeah, what if I took all the people and then I did a randomizer and I picked like 10 of them and I said, you've got a free virtual t-shirt or something. And then 5 of them get a free real t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I could either send that to their wallet and so I think it isn't for certain yet how to do these things, but these are the things that the old school TLDs, they're like, well, why should we do that? We're making enough money now. But new, young, hungry, thirsty, aggressive people are going to come up with these ways to build community. So yes, I think there are going to be ways to communicate with your community, both from a community engagement point of view, and then technically, like one of the things I'm doing in Web 2 is people that have 4number.xyzs, and I'm saying in my newsletter, you have to sign up with an email address that's page@1694.xyz. In other words, I'll only accept people that have, the 4number.xyz. So I'm trying to kind of do the same thing, and then also watch out for, can I send out something to all the wallet addresses that have 4number.xyz? So yeah, I think there's something that's going to be done, but I think it's going to happen in Web 3 before Web 2.
100%.
Because Web 3 people are going to be like, hey, let's invent that this weekend. And someone's going to be like, I can develop that tomorrow.
Yeah, give me 20 minutes.
And someone else could be, and I'll check it. Yeah, so they could do like a hackathon over a weekend and come up with this idea.
That's what's fun about Web 3 is because, I mean, one of the basic thing of business is competition drives innovation. If you don't have competition, where the Web 2 space is great, but ICANN does create this little, not monopoly, but, the internet is owned by very few people. It's a monopoly. And so when you have that, there's no need to change. There's no need to innovate. There is no competition there. And so in Web 3, it's all competition, because not only do you have different registrars doing different things, but we're all competing for our different TLDs, and you can have 7 billion of them. And yours has to be the best.
And not everyone wants to be there. A lot of people want to sit back and say, show me the best stuff that's developed in Web 3 in a couple of years, and then I'll jump onto it. And that's fine. I mean, that's fine. If you're playing that game and you're making money off other people, then you need there to be liquidity, value, a derivative. But if you're a creator and you're saying, this is my chance, do your own research, mind your own wallet, watch your own money. But there are some appealing things about paying once for a TLD. And then when you bring people into your community, they pay once for their domain name.
Question.
And really, you're kind of like, what's that?
Do I have to pay for SLDs in my own TLD?
Yes.
Okay.
But you get half off.
Still.
Because you get
yeah.
that. But this is where the community comes into play. Because you may say, hey, is there a way where I can buy some I'd like to propose a thing where I can buy so many domains on my own TLD or something like that. And I did see as I was fishing through my account, I did see where I could maybe create some custom coupons. So there may be a way, Julie, but I think that's the thing where as the community is involved with the roadmap, that those type of suggestions, you have a place to give them. You know what I mean?
That's what's really cool about the
that'll be good.
Remind me of the software they use for communicating.
Yep.
Wait, we got another question.
I remember. More than SEO, saw that Unstoppable, right? Unstoppable Domains is another Web3 program. They own their TLDs like .crypto and .wallet, and they let you buy SLDs and their TLDs. So they did a partnership with the Chamber of Commerce in Austin for .austin domains, which I think is a really good idea. Now, there's a chance that .austin may become a real TLD. There's a chance that the city could have a say in it. I did notice it was a Chamber of Commerce in Austin. Not to say that not all chambers are good. It was the Greater Austin Asian Chamber of Commerce. So I don't know if it was the official one, but it's still the idea, like we're talking about here at Freename, where if you can combine an idea for a TLD with some sponsorship of people that have a mailing list, right? Like say you had Girly Pop Fashions already and you had 7,000 people on your mailing list, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then you can announce that you're doing .girly pop and you're offering the people that are on your mailing list a free sneak peek for 1 week where they can buy names or something like that. You know what I mean? I think this is where people that have existing list of clients can use a TLD
100%.
as a money-making opportunity. And because it's digital, it's air. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to pack it. You don't have to pre-buy it. Remember, you get the money when someone registers a domain name. You don't have to register the domain names like you do in the real world and then sell them to them. You have every possible word available, and when they buy them, you get half. So there's no inventory investment, right? There's no, and so that's why these digital plays, these digital assets and domains have always drawn me, because there's nothing that says you can't grow to 50, 100, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 as fast as you can build the community. The computers aren't going to break. It's the internet's really big. The DNS system is really big. This stuff is all really big. Well, Julie, we did a lot tonight.
We did a lot of stuff. We totally went off the rails and just there was too much to be excited. I got a TLD. That's so cool.
All right, Julie. I'll see everyone next week.
Thank you guys for coming.
Bye-bye. See you.